What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Draconic Sports video. In today's video, we're going to be, of course, giving you guys our Week 7 picks for the NFL season. As you can see right here, we have the current standings between four main hosts. Aqua going 10-5 this past week and being in second place, but pretty close behind him is Pine, and then I am in first, and Moody's is in last. And his picture is black and white. We had to sadly replace Moody's with Slushy because Slushy went 11-4 and is killing it right now with the prediction. And hats off to Title Town as well for going 9-6. So rest in peace, Moody's. Sorry, guys. Yeah, not looking too great. Welcome on in, Slushy. And yeah, let's get right into it. All right, first up, we have Thursday Night Football, Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby. And we have the Steelers versus the Bengals. And the Steelers are pretty decently heavy favorites. I mean, they're 4-1. Bengals are 2-4. And the Steelers are doing pretty well right now, coming off of a win and just kind of playing better Steelers football than they have in recent years, even though Aaron Rodgers is 40. Going to be interesting to see what the Steelers can do going forward. But Joe Flacco versus Aaron Rodgers, both 40 years old. Give me the Steelers here. I'm pretty confidently. But hey, maybe Joe Flacco cooks in his first game as a Bengal. Hopefully he doesn't throw like 4 interceptions. But yeah, give me the Steelers here pretty confidently.
I mean, I feel like I kind of have to pick the Steelers. I know the Steelers are going to lose in a really dumb fashion, but, like, I still don't believe in this Bengals team, even with Joe Flacco. What the hell, man? Because I've seen the Browns before. Even if they could almost beat the Packers last week. Well, not really, but, like, they were at least in that game. I still can't believe in that defense for a start, even if I did believe in Joe Flacco. So, yeah, give me the Steelers. They're going to do some BS, and it's going to end, like, 13-10 in favor of the Steelers.
Honestly, I feel like 13-10 is generous for the Bengals. This is going to be the Steelers' win, mostly because the Steelers' defense will genuinely murder Joe Flacco by the end of today. I don't know if he'll score a single point in this game. It's going to be a slaughter.
I think the Bengals are going to win because, first of all, every single year during a primetime game, the Steelers got upset. The year before was the Patriots, and last year it was the Browns. But still got to remember that the Bengals have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and also the Steelers gave up 30 points to the Jets. So I think the Bengals win this.
Okay, enough jokes aside. Moody's is still here. We can't replace one of our hosts. Anyways, Moody's, say your piece.
Okay, but for real, if I actually get last this week, I'm benching myself. But my well-informed picks, right? I really did my research this week. I think the Steelers have the win, all right? I think maybe the Bengals make it close and cover the spread, but I think the Steelers have the win this week. For revolving door at quarterback, so can't really do much. So I'm gonna say Steelers.
And then normally I'd be saying our Discord pick, but yeah, Slushy's is literally here, so that segment's gonna not be here. Anyways, let's get on to the next game.
Next up, we have our London game, or our European game, or our non-U.S. game, I guess, of the week. And that is the Rams versus the Jaguars. Of course, it's the Jaguars. They live in London, basically, at this point. And the Rams are not too heavy favorites, because the Jaguars are coming off a loss. But they are also within 2 weeks of a win against Kansas City. So, you know, their hopes are still pretty high. And I would say the Rams have an easy one here, but because the Jags won against Kansas City, you can't really say much, you know? So I'm going to have to go with the Rams here, though. I think Stafford going to keep on feeding Devontae, and Kyren Williams is going to be pretty decent as always, and then that defense is probably going to do pretty well against Trevor Lawrence. I'd be surprised if Trevor Lawrence carves up the Rams defense, but hey, you never know. I mean, it's Trevor Lawrence and Travis Hunter, you know? They could make a lot of things happen.
So,
Aqua, before you make your pick, I'm just going to say that I'm pretty sure Puka Nacua is going to be out this game.
yeah, I was about to say
Especially
that.
because they have a bye week next week, and it's not worth playing him and getting him re-injured when you have a bye week next week.
Don't worry, Pine, I'm always on top of the injuries, but thank you. With that all being said, yeah, Puka's day today. It's not confirmed one way or the other, but yeah, rest seems like a pretty plausible thing. So I'm going to actually take the upset here, and I have my reasons. So first things first, I think Puka's probably going to be out for this game. If Puka plays, then I guess on me. So that's going to definitely make the Rams in a harder spot without Puka Nacua. Obviously, they have Devontae Adams, so like they have other options. They could definitely manage without Puka, but that's definitely going to make it harder. And then like Jaguars does one thing well, and that's getting turnovers for no reason. And clearly, Kyren Williams has a fumbling problem as of recent, so it's going to be a fumble 6. The Jaguars, they're going to win in their actual hometown of London. Jacksonville? Who? I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, the Rams, I feel like they're really going to struggle a bit this game. I don't know. Like I said, Jags seem to play well in London. They play there so often. And also just the fact of the matter is that if the Rams have one weakness on defense, it's definitely their cornerbacks. And you know what? I think the Jags, even if they're inconsistent, have some pretty good receivers themselves. So give me the Jaguars this week. I'm going to take the upset here.
I guess I'll go first. I think I have to take the Lambs here. They've been talked about being about Super Bowl contenders. I think they're going to prove that this game. And the Jags have come off of only putting up 12 points last week, so I think the Lambs are definitely taking this one. And again, Devontae Adams is just Devontae Adams. I think he will KO with Puka Nacua potentially gone.
You say that, but the Rams are coming off scoring 17 against the corpse of the Ravens, so...
I was gonna make me also picking the upset be more dramatic, but yeah, no, I'm also going to pick the Jags here. I would use facts and logic, but I don't think that the Jacksonville Jaguars apply to facts and logic at all. Most of the games they've won, they probably should have lost, and last week when they probably should have won, they lost. So I don't know what the Jacksonville Jaguars are, but I know for a fact that they live in London, and this is the first time a good Jags team, at least from what I remember, has played in London. So they're gonna win, I think. Just vibes.
Honestly, I'm gonna play it safe here again. One, because I think Jacksonville's probably up there in the overrated. I mean, I don't know. Like the Panthers game, they didn't really beat us by that much. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't trust them. Even without, it makes me sway towards them a bit because you said that no Puka. But honestly, I think the Rams still get it done regardless. But I've been wrong before. But I'm gonna have to go LA.
Next up, we have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Minnesota Vikings. Eagles are not too heavy favorites here. They're coming off of 2 losses against the Denver Broncos and the Giants in back-to-back weeks. And yeah, not a very, exciting loss at all. I mean, not even close against the Giants, so pretty depressing. And the Vikings they're holding their own, I guess. You could say that. Their defense is, I don't know, fine. It can be really good. It's just that their offense doesn't really play well enough. Offense is weird. I don't know. Carson Wentz is fine.
No Carson Wentz this week. They are starting Rumor or something.
Is that the guy from Minnesota?
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
He played 4 years, not at Minnesota. Then he played.
Oh, my bad. Actually, he's undrafted. Never mind. I just remembered that fact.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, give me the Philadelphia Eagles, guys.
Bosmer.
Don't know.
Brosmer.
Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah, I'll just make this
injured.
quick as well. Yeah, probably have to go. I want to pick the Vikings because I don't think the Eagles offense can score on the Vikings, but also then I'm thinking like, am I really gonna trust a random like rookie to win this game? I mean, like maybe they probably have a good argument to make it, but like I just can't put my stock in that, even if the Eagles do not deserve my stock either, to be real with you. So I guess I'll reluctantly take the Eagles here.
Having like inner monologues right now that the voices in my head are telling me to pick the Vikings, even though I've just learned that for some reason they're starting a rookie quarterback. Is Carson Wentz injured? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be the crazy one. I'll pick the Eagles. This is absolutely a game that the Eagles can lose. It feels like a trap game where it's funny, this is like the first trap game ever where they're 0-2 heading into this. But yeah, it's a good Vikings defense, but rookie starting quarterback, I can't pick that.
All right, so I think this is going to be a good bounce back game for the Eagles. The defense is going to be healthier. Again, not only the Vikings have a different quarterback, but the O-line still probably going to be injured. So I think this is a good bounce back game for the Eagles. Maybe going to be a little bit close, but I think the Eagles take it.
Now, the demon in my head is telling me to go with the upsets, but
Same.
I need to not get last, so I'm gonna go safe with the Eagles here. Why I feel like there's gonna be upset, I don't know, but I feel like unless like the Eagles have another like terrible collapse, kind of on offense like they did versus Giants, or stagnant. I don't know if it's collapse. It's just they weren't moving the ball. But honestly, I don't think that happens twice in a row. So let's go Eagles.
Next up, we have the New Orleans Saints versus the Chicago Bears. The Saints coming off of a loss against the Patriots, and the Bears coming off of a nail-biting win against the Commanders last night, as of recording this at least. Bears are decent favorites here, which I would expect they would be, not only because they're coming off a win, but because their offense is actually not too much better than the Saints. Like, the Saints have a decent offense, surprisingly, with Spencer Rattler. Not terrible. It's just the Saints defense can't really stop anybody. And yeah, Give me the Bears here pretty confidently. I feel like there's no way Caleb and Ben Johnson choke this one away. DeAndre Swift should play fine, kind of like he did last night. She played pretty well last night, so he's probably going to play good again. Like, their offense is just probably going to cook the Saints defense, and so that's the reason. Maybe the Saints keep it interesting. Maybe it's a really close game, but give me the Bears. 4-2 would be a very surprising look for them, I will say.
I mean, it wouldn't be. They did this literally last year and then proceeded to lose 10 games in a row. Anyways, besides the Bear hate, I want the Saints team once again every week. An apology because they've looked so much better than they should be on paper, and frankly, a lot of that has to do with the Rattler actually being pretty good. Arguably, I think he's played better than Caleb this season, even if he doesn't have the wins to really show it because this Saints team doesn't have good talent. The receivers are pretty respectable and surprisingly healthy for once, so they do have that. And for that reason, I feel like this is the perfect letdown game for the Bears because, well, guess what? They just came off of 2 wins that are both kind of questionable for being real. Like, they won by 1 point against the Raiders and the Commanders, which are kind of really fluky, and they had 3 turnovers, and they like barely won that game, and they almost choked away that lead. They didn't this time, unlike last year. So, yeah, give me the Saints. I don't know. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I'm actually picking the Saints. I almost picked them against the Giants, and this time I'm actually going to do it.
I just say something. Okay, the 25-24 win 2 weeks in a row is crazy. Can we make that a 3rd time in a row? I'm going with the Bears. 25-24 again, right, guys? Trust.
Aqua, you are a sick man. I am picking the Bears. You're I don't know what's going on with you today.
Bears hate combined with the fact that you get lucky too many times in a row. I feel like I got to root on your downfall.
The Bears have been on a suspiciously hot streak. I think this is a perfect trap game for them. I think I'm going to take Saints, and Kellen Moore kind of proves that he is a good head coach, and he should be a long-term head coach of the Saints.
See, I'm not the only one, Pine. Anyways.
How is this a 3-2 split? What is happening this week?
Guys, I don't know what we're on about, but if you're right, we're gonna look really dumb because I don't believe in the
Moody's,
Saints
we're
at all.
not gonna be the
I'm
ones
not-
looking
I'm-
dumb this week.
Yeah, I am the Caleb Williams hater, but like
No,
they're playing like a high school team, bro.
I am the Caleb Williams hater, first of all. I've been hating on him since day freaking 1, baby.
All right, next up we have the New England Patriots versus the Tennessee Titans. Patriots coming off of a win, 2 wins now, so they are 4-2, and they are first in the division, might I add, very surprisingly. Pretty heavy favorites here. The Titans, being the Titans, losing.
Hey, they fired
somehow.
Callahan, though. That's actually
Yeah.
positive.
I mean, I don't know who their interim head coach is. Probably won't be much better. And yeah, the Patriots destroyed the Panthers a few weeks ago. I hope they can do the same to the Titans because I hope they don't encourage a close game. That'd be really annoying. The Saints game was a little closer than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, our defense should be able to handle Cam Ward. No offense to Cam Ward. It's just that our cornerbacks should be able to lock down the wide receiver room because that wide receiver room's atrocious. I'm sorry. And yeah, give me the Patriots here by probably at least like 20.
Back-to-back first overall picks for the Titans. I mean, they have to be deal with the Jets, but like they're pretty much on that trajectory. That Book win's not gonna persuade me on them being the worst team in the league. To be honest with you, yeah, give me the Patriots. There's a reason why this is high drum versus coughing, baby. I'd be shocked if they kept this close. Maybe like the interim head coach boost will keep it close, but like Mike Vrabel should easily get his revenge. That's all I gotta say on this game. The Titans are complete trash.
The Titans wide receiver room was already god-awful, and now they've lost Calvin Ridley to injury as well. Not that he was even playing that good, but the quarterback has literally no one to throw to, so I'm gonna pick the Patriots.
Patriots, obviously, I think the Patriots are going to put some push on Josh Allen, the Bills, to kind of step that up a bit, because right now the Patriots are on track to win the division. It's absolutely win. I think Cam Ward is going to have maybe his best game of his career so far, but won't be enough. Taking Patriots.
Don't listen to
I
the
think
Moody's.
I'm not doing it. I'm going with the Patriots because this is like a clear, like, why do we fire Mike Vrabel sort of thing? And I think Mike Vrabel is not going to lose to his former team, and he's going to coach them. And obviously, like, Titans are already outmanned as is, so I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
All right, next up we have the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Kansas City Chiefs, who are very heavy favorites. And yeah, not much to say here. Chiefs coming off a win against the Lions, and the Raiders coming off of one against the Titans. So not much to say there. Give me the Chiefs. Shouldn't be close. Geno Smith, how many interceptions? Probably more than 1.
Okay, I'm gonna say this before I pick my pick, but this is literally like the perfect letdown/trap game. I mean, the Raiders tend to play the Chiefs close for no reason, and the Chiefs have been up and down this season, though they definitely seem to have found their groove right now, especially with a little bit of assistance. I'm not gonna say who's they're getting the assistance from. All I'm saying is Mahomes protectors, and I'm not talking about the O-line. But regardless, I can't pick this Raiders team. Geno has looked awful. There has been some games there probably should have won, but Geno throws their interceptions, and then like you're not winning that game. So if I can't believe in Geno, I can't believe in the Raiders, and it's like yeah, never trade with the Seattle Seahawks for a quarterback. It is always going to burn you.
Yet again, the voices are really telling me to pick the upset here. Is Rashee Rice coming back this week?
Yeah, this is the first Rasheed Rice game.
Okay, I'm picking the Chiefs then.
Say his name, fine, real quick.
Rashee Rice?
Rashee, right?
Yeah,
Rashee Rice.
yeah, Rasheed Rice.
Rashee Rice?
Rush beat. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's Rasheed Rice. Rice.
Rushy.
Just
Okay.
call him Rice if you can't figure it out.
Jerry Rice and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the game.
Chiefs. Like, not only that, like, Raiders don't have a good secondary. James Smith's thrown 10 interceptions in 6 games. So Chiefs by, like, probably more than 1 possession.
Gotcha. Also to tell Pine, I think it's funny that when you said Jerry Rice, his kid's actually a wide receiver on the Chargers. He doesn't play at all, but he's on the Chargers.
I thought he got cut.
Oh, is he not on the? Is he on the practice squad now?
I don't know. I just know he's not that good.
Oh yeah, you're right. He got cut. My bad. But yeah, no, this is a Chiefs game. I can't risk going. And if this was the game I was risking, I mean, this wouldn't be the game that I'd be risking on. So I'm gonna go the Chiefs.
I'd pick the Raiders if Crosby was playing quarterback.
Max Crosby just plays every position on the field.
He's capable. You gotta believe me.
Next up, we have the Carolina Panthers versus the New York Jets. Panthers are barely favorites here. Jets winless, only winless team in the NFL, sadly, and looking for their first one against the Panthers, who just pulled off that win. Are 3-3 now. Kind of interesting. Panthers have a chance to have a winning record since like Sam Darnold, I think, which has been a while. So, and Aaron Glenn looking for that first win, and Justin Fields looking for that first win. Hopefully they can get it done, but I don't know actually, because I feel like this is the game the Panthers would lose, but I feel like there's also no way. Give me the Panthers here. I just can't seem to pick the Jets. Not against the Panthers either, because I feel like the Panthers are going to play a gritty style football and they're not going to want to lose. So I'll go Panthers.
Yeah, I just can't do it with Justin Fields after last week. I feel like any other quarterback would have won that game. If we're just being completely honest, the Broncos did not show up to play at all, and they still managed to win, like limping and through that game. I have no words. They even got a safety. Like, who gets safeties? Like, this is I have no words. I want to pick the Jets to some degree, but like, no, like I can't justify such a thing. Like, Jets need to win eventually, but like, cool, if I picking them to get the win eventually, I'm just gonna end up like Moody. So give me the Panthers.
I was heavily considering electing this game for coughing baby Bomb, but the last time I tried to do that for a Panthers game, we lost to the Patriots, so I didn't do that. Instead, I'm going to humbly pick the Panthers and hope that my team cannot lose to the 0-6 Jets, because that would make me very sad.
Just want to say one thing. The Jets are probably going to be without Garrett Wilson. I'm taking the Panthers.
I mean, they might as well be
Yeah,
without
alright.
Sauce Gardner because he doesn't show up, but that's unrelated.
Okay, listen, guys. Their O-line is trash. That's the reason, all right?
That's
This is gonna
such a
honestly-
lie. They have 2 highly
Yeah, no,
drafted
no,
tackles. They actually be statistically are a good O-line. I'm not even joking.
Watch the snap, bro. It's terrible. All right, listen. I can't pick the Jets this time. I have to go with the Panthers. Like, this seems like a win. And honestly, if we lose this shit, if the first week I don't pick the Jets and the Jets like win, I might just like stop rooting for the Panthers. Like, I might just like burn my D'Angelo Williams jersey, bro. Like I'm so done with this. If we lose, bro, there's literally no reason to lose. I'm sorry.
I own a Bryce Young jersey. I'm not burning it.
Burn that too, bro.
Okay.
It'll be worth $1
We're never
in 3
buying
years. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Speaking
that's gonna
of-
be in the Goodwill bin here in like a decade.
Speaking of burning jerseys, the Miami Dolphins.
All right, next up we have the Miami Dolphins versus Cleveland Browns. Got our first tank bowl of the week because the Browns are somehow favorites here.
Only tank
Even
bowl of the
though-
week as well, for once.
Actually, that actually is pretty interesting
That's
considering.
gracious that you didn't count the Panthers or the Jets. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You at least beat the Cowboys.
Thank
It
you.
means at least you're not complete trash at the
okay.
bare minimum. That's
The
gotta be.
Bears also beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, they're
Alright.
not complete trash, I guess. I didn't say they were good.
I mean, hey, if you want to look at trash, just look at the Dolphins after Tyreek Hill. Not great at all. Tua just can't seem to do anything on offense, and I guess, I don't know, Devon Achane is like kind of better than Jalen Waddle at wide receiver, even though Jalen Waddle's fine. I mean, he caught a touchdown, but Devon Achane's kind of carrying that offense right now, I'm not gonna lie. Dylan Gabriel, though, is not great for the Browns, which, you know, Shooter Sanders hopefully gets playing time, but I don't think this week, and yeah. This is probably Miami probably should win this, but give me the Browns. I don't know why. I don't know. Myles Garrett gets like 2 sacks or something like that. I feel like the Browns should win this one.
Yeah, I'm not trusting Tua turn the ball over. Like, he is literally the most anti-clutch quarterback I think I've ever seen. It's not even funny. And Devon Achane might as well be their entire offense. Every time I watch any amount of Dolphins game, I'm like, wow, it's Devon Achane making a play. I'm sure Tua will do so. Oh, no, interception to start the game up. Oh, interception to end the game. It's just Tua turn the ball over. I am even saying this to me. It's just sad at this point, to be honest. And have fun paying $53 million over the next 4 years, Dolph, because Daniels may not be the biggest problem, but like, he's definitely getting fired because he allowed this to happen.
Miles Garrett versus Tua turned the ball over. Give me the Browns.
Give me the Browns as well. It's Miles Garrett versus a mediocre O-line and Tua, so
Mediocre
Browns.
is generous, by the way.
It's going to be the defense that's killing the Browns, not the way, not the offense.
I am just astounded that all of y'all went the Browns. That shit is not happening. Listen. As much as I would love that to happen, right? I'm a Browns fan, right? Like it's not. I don't know. It's a shit. It's a shit show. It's either we're gonna be in a close game, or we'll blow them out. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I've lost faith after that Vikings game was just killer. You know what I'm saying?
It happened to the
Um,
Packers, so anything could happen.
Yeah, that's our only win. Like I don't, we had more winnable games, but I just also I don't know. It's not even the Dolphins are that bad. It's just whatever their play calling is just terrible. How they design their offense is just terrible. But honestly, I'm gonna go Dolphins because I need to gain back somehow, and also I don't trust us to win this game.
Low key, if I'm either of these teams, I want to lose just to get my head coach fired.
No,
Stefanski's
Stefanski's not that bad.
not the worst.
Stefanski is that bad. Have you seen the offense?
We should have beaten the.
Yeah.
Okay, last week was terrible, but we should have beaten the Bengals. We didn't Browns it. We should have beaten the.
I'll be real with you.
Vikings if you know.
What do you want an offensive-minded head coach to do when you have like Justin's is not the worst running back ever. He's actually pretty solid, but like outside of that, the receiving room is mediocre. It would be a bit of a compliment, honestly. And then you have the absolute disaster that's been their quarterback situation over their entire history. Like obviously they could have solved it just by keeping Baker, but yeah, we see how that's been since then. So like I don't know what you want Stefanski to do.
If you have a really good running back, or at least a fairly good running back, in a really bad quarterback and wide receiver room,
that is literally what they
don't
have.
Throw the ball
That is the
50
definition.
times.
Judkins is him. Ford is all.
I hate to say it, but like they're just gonna keep stacking the box, and Judkins can't. No offense to Judkins, he's not beating like 12 people in the box. I hate to say it.
As much as I think the Steelers' offense is terrible,
Times.
the run defense on the Steelers is insane, dude. Like I don't know, and the pass rush. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Next up, we have the Indianapolis Colts versus the Los Angeles Chargers, and we have the Chargers actually being the favorites here. Interesting enough, Chargers are not fraudulent. They were able to kind of secure steady hold on the division, even though it's not that steady anymore, as the Broncos and the Chiefs both got wins to kind of push.
Also, the Raiders did, not that they matter.
Yeah, not that the Raiders are like actually gonna catch up, right? Surely not. But the Chargers hopefully can hold on to that division head if they win this game. But the Colts are obviously looking to push up and be like basically the best team in the AFC, at least record wise, if they win this game and everyone else loses and all that stuff, whatever. But yeah, 6-1 would be a crazy start for Indiana Jones and Jonathan Taylor and all of them. Can it happen? Will it happen? Probably. I think I'm confident in the Colts. I'm still curious on how Daniel Jones is going to be on the latter half of the season. Are they going to fall off like, that Steelers team a few years ago where they started out like 11-0 or whatever it was? Are they going to be like, that Cardinals team that was also like 9-0 or something like that? Or are they actually going to be a pretty good team? We'll have to wait and see, but give me the Colts here. I just feel like the Colts are going to kind of lock down the Chargers on offense.
Yeah, I'm riding and dying with Indiana Jones is how it is. I mean, I wouldn't call the Chargers necessarily fraudulent, but they are just overly injured to the point where it is just catching up to them, to the point where they barely beat the Dolphins. Like they weren't even like leading that game until late, and then it took Tua throwing an interception to fully put the Dolphins out of it. So I want to blame the Chargers. They looked really good the first 3 weeks, but the injuries seem to have caught up with them, and like I think they have a chance to pull out a win here. But I gotta trust Indiana Jones. That team is a pretty good roster, and yep. I mean, the weakness is corner, so maybe Justin Herbert could carve him up, but yeah, still give me the Colts.
I am also not a great Herbert supporter, and Daniel Jones has been looking great, so I'm gonna have to go with the Colts here. I mean, if Daniel Jones ever sizzles out, we can literally just go Jonathan Taylor. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I believe him. I think this one will be close, but I've said that about a lot of them. But I believe in the Colts more than the Chargers.
Now that I think about it more, the Chargers are still like without a lot of their players, aren't they? They're still pretty banged up.
Also, didn't they lose to the Giants, or am I tripping?
Oh yeah, they did lose.
They
They lost to the Giants,
right?
and then they proceeded to then back-to-back lose to the Commanders. So yeah,
Is Giants on a 2-game winning streak, or am I tripping?
no, actually not quite. There's a space. They lost to the Saints between those.
Oh
ones.
yeah, you're right. My bad. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Colts. I think it's very hard to operate an offense without your two starting tackles. It's quite difficult, and I think the Chiefs are eventually gonna catch up to the first place in the division. So
Screw it, I'm gonna do it. I'm picking the Chargers. I think that this is a closer game than you guys are saying. I think that Jim Harbaugh is going to be able to outcoach the Colts coach. I think they haven't faced a lot of super strong teams yet. Not that the Chargers are like the best team out there, but they're gritty. They can steal wins. They can also lose games in dominant fashion, but I think that this is like a trap game for the Colts. I think that the Chargers have a good chance here. And also, I don't want the Chiefs to get a stranglehold on the division because I hate the Chiefs, but I also don't think that they're going to lose to the Raiders. So I'm picking the Chargers. I'm going to be the sicko.
All right, next up we have the New York Giants versus the Denver Broncos. The Giants are 2-4, but are pulling off some magic right now, it seems like, with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo. While the Broncos are 4-2 and did not get off to the start that many thought they were going to in the beginning of the season, like I did, but they have seemed to regain some of their ability to, play, even though they barely squeezed out that win against the Jets, kind of like Aqua pointed out earlier. I don't know. This is going to be a really interesting game. Broncos are pretty heavy favorites here, but like after the Giants beat the Eagles, I don't even know. Like you really can't count them out. Cam Scatterboo and Jackson Dart are different, especially with that defense. Like they play different than the rest of the league. Bo Nix, I'm not too confident because like he's fine, but like he's been fine this year. He's had some pretty good games and he's had some pretty bad games, but I'm not too confident he's gonna do well against the Giants defense. So do I go? You know what? Give me the Giants here by like a field goal. It's gonna be really close.
I'm upset. I wanted to pick the Giants here. I was gonna be my play. I was expecting Ripcord to pick the Broncos because Ripcord's been riding with the Broncos, but now I feel like I gotta do it now. It's just like I gotta catch up to Ripcord somehow. And frankly, there's a reason why the Broncos are 7.5-point favorites at home because like this, all accounts they should win this game, but like also the Giants have the momentum. It's not even close. Screw it. The Broncos defense is capable of suffocating the Giants offense, and frankly, if you can suffocate Scatterboo and Dart, the Giants probably aren't winning this. And also, Denver does have a really good O-line. That is something that's very, very useful against that D-line of the Giants. So I do think the Broncos actually kind of match up pretty well against the Giants. So give me the Broncos, even though I feel like they are due for a letdown game, especially after avoiding the loss to the Jets. But give me the Broncos, I guess.
I completely agree with everything that Aqua said. The Broncos are like the perfect team to counter this Giants team. Their run defense is really good, and Giants' by far best player is Scatterboo, who, if any team can stop Scatterboo, it is the Denver Broncos. Jackson Dart is pretty good, but I just trust this Broncos defense in general, and I don't see an upset happening.
I think I take the Broncos in this one. It's one of the best defenses in the league versus a quarterback who's on his fourth NFL game. So Broncos.
I want to go the upset here. I don't know what percent Dart's at. I like the Broncos defense, even if I don't like Bo Nix's offense. But my boy Jonathan Cooper got 2 sacks last week. Yeah, I'm gonna go safe here. Go with the Broncos. Like.
Next up, we have another hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby matchup, which is the 3-1-1 Green Bay Packers. I hate saying that record, and the 2-4 Cardinals. Packers heavy favorites here. I don't know much to say. Packers are a good team. Defense, pretty solid. Can be elite at times, but also can be a letdown. Offense, kind of same. Like, could be elite, but also could be a letdown. And then Cardinals are just the Cardinals, don't have much talent, really. James Conner being out and Marvin Harrison dropping balls. So, I don't know. Kyler Murray, like, what is he supposed to do? And then, like,
there's no
defense
Kyler
is
Murray.
fine.
It's Jacoby Brissett because Kyler Murray's going to be out another week, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, I did see that, actually.
And
Jacoby Brissett. I was like,
he did throw
low-key
for 300
confused.
yards last week against the Colts, so he did do that, I guess.
Low-key better.
All right, Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, I still pick the Packers, but like Jacoby Brissett's like I've had to
That's
deal
your
with him.
boy.
I've had to deal with him as a New England fan. I don't like. I'd rather. I liked because Jacoby and Jimmy Garoppolo are on the same. Like they were both backups for the Patriots for a while together. I always preferred Jimmy, even though Jacoby was fine. Like he played a game or two while Brady was
Yeah, who remembers that 4-game
doing.
stretch? When he
Yeah, it was like
suspended or
deflate.
whatever.
Yeah, Deflategate. He played 2 games and Jimmy played like 3. I always preferred Jimmy. Jacoby then came back a few times and, of course, was, the quarterback last year until Drake May got finally put in. But Jacoby Brissett, man, he cannot throw touchdowns for the life of him. He can throw a decent amount of passing yards. He just cannot seem to throw a good amount of passing touchdowns. Never more than one, really. That's what it seems like. So give me the Packers here. Jacoby Brissett, I like you, man, but you're not really my guy. I'm not gonna lie. You're kind of just mid. Sorry.
This is truly unfortunate. The Packers, for the first time ever since I picked them, actually won a game, which is this is truly devastating. But it was a significantly closer game than it should have been. So by that logic, I still got to pick the Packers here, and the Cardinals will surely pull this one off because I'm picking the Packers, and they don't like me having nice things, and therefore I don't want them having nice things.
First of all, I truly believe that Jacoby Brissett at this point is a better NFL quarterback than Kyler Murray. But I'm still not going to pick the Cardinals because they're not a good football team basically anywhere. The Packers have a pretty good defense, have a pretty good offense. They're going to sail to 4-1-1.
Got to go with the Packers here. Probably the Cardinals season's kind of they started 2-0. They're like the Saints last year, started 2-0. Now they're like basically tanking at this point. So got to go with the Packers.
I think that y'all use Marvin Harrison dropping a couple balls, be like, that's what's wrong with the Cardinals. There's nothing else wrong with them except that Marvin Harrison Jr.
Is he
catch.
even playing next week?
Yeah, he'll play next week. Y'all don't talk about anything else that's bad about them. It's all no like, oh yeah, who the fuck is even at running back anymore? And that guy dropped the ball on the one. We're like a couple mistakes away from being this team should at least be even, maybe even a winning record. Like that Titans loss, like they had some witch magic in that, and there's a couple other games that I've been like, okay, maybe it could have gone both ways, but I think this is a Cardinals win. Right? Y'all gotta believe more, right?
Moody's, you're gonna be last again. I hope you know.
You gotta trust.
I mean,
Man.
this
Oh wait, I am
question, we
remembering
won't
that
be
they almost
seeing-
blew it against the Panthers, but before they started blowing it, they had a huge lead in that one too.
Yeah, I mean,
So
they've only played pretty much close games, but every single time it's just been like underwhelming. I think it's the best way to describe the performance in the field so far. So I don't know. They could do it. The Packers clearly haven't looked like a flawless team this season, but yeah, I can't like endorse it.
I will say they've only lost by a combined 9 points. I just want to let y'all know that. But okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're positive. They put up more points than they've let up, even though they're 2-4. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna go with Cardinals.
Dude, I swear, it's just literally the card. It's the fact that like Kyler Murray is their quarterback. Like it's just a Kyler Murray led team just cannot get it done at the end of the day. America's game of the week, which is the Commanders.
How?
3-3 versus the Cowboys, who are 2-3-1, and Commanders are actually favorites. Funny enough, America's game of the week, and the Cowboys are not favored. Yeah, I don't know. Commanders kind of choked that one away, but the Cowboys also kind of suck, So against the Panthers, not a good look for America's team, but Jerry Jones says we ball, so I don't know. Give me the Commanders here. Just I don't know. The Cowboys are fine. I mean, their defense can be promising, but then their offense is like, not good enough, or their defense isn't good enough and their offense is balling. I don't know. It just seems like they always have problems either on both sides or on one side that just kills them to the point where they just can't get the win somehow. The Commanders have that same kind of problem. I feel like they cook on offense, and then they either have a problem late in the game on offense, so their defense just can't seem to hold off anybody, and they just kind of suffer from it. So I think they're both going to suffer from like problems on either side of the ball pretty heavily in this game. So it's probably going to be a low scoring game. I'm going to say like both of them score below like 20 points low key. I feel like it's going to be like a 16-13 game or something like that. But I'm going to go Commanders.
Okay, a few things. First of all, what do you mean low-scoring game? Have you seen the Cowboys' defense? There's no way there's going to be a low-scoring game. Someone's either getting blown or this is a shootout. It's that simple. Also, the Commanders' defense themselves is also not very good, to be honest. Like, it's been kind of lackluster there. So I really don't see either of these defenses stopping one another. But then I remember last season, a Dak Prescott-less Cowboys team, also Michael Parsons-less Cowboys team, and I think a few other players literally beat the Commanders last season and nearly did it a second time. So honestly, if I can trust the Cowboys to win a game, I feel like I kind of have to pick them to beat the Commanders because they do kind of just own the Commanders and the Giants, if we're being real, in recent history, especially Dak Prescott and the Giants. So like, I feel like I gotta pick up here because like it just makes sense for them to win here, and they are at home. As much as I don't feel like the Commanders should drop a second game back to back. It's winnable, but like at the same time, the Cowboys have kind of shown ownership, so I gotta respect that and pick the Cowboys here. I don't like the Cowboys. I hope they lose, but I'm gonna pick them here because of history.
One question, is Terry McLaurin coming back this week?
No clue yet. I have heard nothing about him coming back, so I'm gonna assume not. Same thing with CD Lamb. I don't know if either of them will be back for either respective team.
Okay.
Both of my fantasy team. I don't know if it's this league or not, but yeah.
So both the wide receiver ones are out. But honestly, George Pickens is a very good not very good, but a very solid wide receiver one. Debo Samuel is not. So I am going to pick the Cowboys here. I know their defense has been absolutely terrible, but I think that their offense has been good. George Pickens and Dak Prescott have both been really good. And I think that this Commanders team are honestly very fraudulent right now. They absolutely, the Bears game should not have been as close as it was because the refs were just totally on the Commanders' side the whole game. It sucks that we talk about ref ball, but it's been a thing this season a lot. I'm gonna pick the Cowboys, even though they lost to the Panthers. The Panthers aren't that bad. We're better than Commanders, actually.
I think I'm going with the Commanders. This is the game where Matt Eberflus he gets fired this game. And I think the Commanders don't go to a negative record, so taking the Commanders.
I think they both kind of suck at the moment. Commanders more because of injuries, but I mean, it's kind of hard for me to go with the Dallas Cowboys off of principle and logic. So I'm gonna go the Commanders.
All
There are
right.
some teams that just don't apply to logic and facts, and the Cowboys are one of them.
Oh, speaking of teams that don't respond to logic, I think this next game is a pretty good encapsulation of that.
All right, next up we have 3-2 Falcons and the 4-2 San Francisco 49ers for Sunday Night Football. Falcons coming off of a win against the Buffalo Bills of all teams. A winning record, probably won't win the division though, but could sneak themselves into the playoffs. It's the 7th seed. You never know. It's the Falcons. They probably won't, but you never know. I mean, at the end of the day, if you beat the Bills, you can really do anything. That's coming from a Patriots fan, so take that as you will. The 49ers also defy logic. Both these teams equally defy logic, as it seems recently, as the 49ers are getting wins. They're getting the W, even though their entire team cannot actually play football because none of them are on the field. They're missing probably their best 6 players besides Christian McCaffrey. It's so bad. That's literally how bad and how down bad the team is that they're...
I have a statistic for you, actually. This is before Fred Warner went out, by the way, last game. The 49ers have a combination between dead cap and people on injury reserve. $150 million worth of cap space.
Yeah, that has to be a record. That's definitely the most of all time for like a certain number of games or whatever. That's crazy because I mean Christian McCaffrey, I've seen reports like he's like top like what 10 or something like that in receiving yards this season.
Yeah, he might as well be a wide receiver. He just got his first rushing touchdown last week.
Yeah, they should play him at wide receiver because I think there's rumors that they're gonna trade for Trey Hendrickson or trade for like Thibodeau on the Giants. So hey, they could trade Jennings. They could trade, I don't know, an injured Brandon Ayuk. I don't even know.
I think Jennings' stock's at an all-time low right now.
You heard what happened? Yeah. Jennings, he said, yeah, I'm playing with an injured hip, shoulder, and broken ribs. I was like, what the fuck? This man said it.
He has an entire like rib cage. One of his rib cages is like entirely bruised or broken somehow. I don't even know how he's playing, but at this point, I think like the 49ers medical staff is probably being told by Kyle Shanahan they can't tell anybody else they're injured. Like if Christian McCaffrey came up who was like, guys, I have a torn ACL, they'd probably tell him to play at this point because like they actually just can't afford to have anybody else on the injury reserve team, especially people that actually have names. Even Ricky Pearsall can't play, right? Isn't he injured too?
Yeah, and he came back from being literally shot.
Yeah, so even their like young wide receiver that's like, you know, inconsistent but can have flashes, like even that guy is like out, and like so like they actually cannot lose Jawan Jennings at this point. They're just like, bro, just play. Like we don't care at this point. Anyways, let's get to the game. The Falcons won. Really anything could happen now. I don't know if I should go the Niners though. I feel like I should probably go the Niners here. I think the Falcons winning against the Bills is cool. And I think their defense is legit because it's like, what, top like 3 now? All statistics are all major statistics. So that's pretty cool. I actually did not expect the Falcons defense to be that high. You know, ever since like the Super Bowl run with Matt Ryan, like it hasn't been good really at all. So hats off to them, I guess, for having a good defense for once. But give me the 49ers, you know?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I can't. Whenever the Falcons stocks at their highest is when they're gonna fall to their lowest. So give me the 49ers. By all accounts, this team should not win. It is surely powered on the spirit of Kyle Shanahan and Christian McCaffrey's possibly destroyed legs. Right? Like I don't know how this team does it. I know they didn't pull it off against the Buccaneers. We're also very injured themselves, but like still, the Falcons tend to Falcons, and maybe the Falcons will win this week. But like I can't ever buy into the Falcons because every time you buy into the Falcons, you will be let down without fail.
I very much understand that sentiment, and I think that will come in a week where they don't play with that many injuries. I think the Fred Warner injury is going to hurt more than any other injury they've had at all the whole season, because he is their defense, and not having Fred Warner is going to be a problem. The 49ers are going to be like the Chicago Bears of this season. They're starting 4-2. They look amazing. Everyone's hurt. They're going to lose a couple in a row. I don't think the Falcons are a good team. They lost 0-30 to the Panthers. I'm not picking the 49ers.
I'll take the Falcons here as well. I always expect them to kind of compete with us in the division this year. And again, Fred Warner injury, very, very bad. It's not only that it's a good play. It's about leadership as well. So I think, yeah, is Mac Jones gonna be back, or is it gonna be Brock Purdy? Is George
I
Kittle back?
honestly don't know.
No.
George Kittle's supposed to be coming back, I think.
Oh, really?
So that's going to be like one positive for the Niners, but I honestly don't know which one's starting between
I don't think
Mac
it matters.
Jones or Brock Purdy, because I don't think either of them are fully healthy, to be real with you. And
Adrian Martinez?
Martinez, it was good in the UFL, but I don't know if this might be a little more difficult than the UFL, for being real.
My favorite thing is their third string quarterback's been out the entire season. Rourke or whatever the hell his name is. The dude that played a bit at Indiana. I forget where else he played, but
Either way, I'm sure somehow, some way, the Niners will pull it off. Whether it's giving Mission McCaffrey the ball a million times and him getting it out for the season is not the point.
Falcons defense is too explosive, and the Niners don't have a defense now.
so is it up to me to
Yeah,
choose
you-
who's losing this week?
Yeah, that's totally how it works. Yeah, is it normally whoever you don't pick wins this?
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Uh,
kind of want you to pick with us just so that the Falcons lose, because that'd be excellent.
I should pick the Falcons. Like off of principle, I just don't like. I know that's I just don't want the Falcons. I don't trust them at all. You saw what the Panthers did to them, but I feel like off principle I should pick them because like they're probably the better team. But like if I pick them, they're not gonna win. But like if I pick against them, maybe they'll. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna pick the Falcons here because it's a win-win. All right. If the Falcons win, I win. If the Falcons lose, the Panthers win. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pick the Falcons.
First up for the Monday night slate, our first out of two games. Sadly, we have the Buccaneers versus the Detroit Lions. 5-1 Buccaneers and 4-2. Lions coming off of a loss against the Chiefs, and Bucks coming off of a win. I don't know, not much to say, I guess. I mean, the Lions could fall here, but the Bucks also could fall. It's probably going to be a really close game. Lions are decently heavy favorites. Lions probably get this game because of the bounce back. That's the thing is like, if you're the Lions, like surely you bounce back here and you don't let the Bucks to beat you while you're down. Even though the Bucks are a really good team and could definitely beat the Lions, I just think the Lions don't let themselves get beat twice in a row by good teams. Like they have to have some sort of like kind of self-respect for themselves. I just think Dan Campbell doesn't let them get beat twice in a row. So give me the Lions here.
It's time to bring up a few things. Number one, last game, I woke up on that Monday thinking to myself that I'm gonna get over this. Sometimes the refs don't favor you. It is what it is. You also didn't play the best. But every single time I saw a clip from that game, it just felt worse and worse seeing just the blatant no calls. And I'm just sad. As a Lions fan, that probably was the worst rep ball game I think I've seen in the entirety of the Dan Campbell era. And that is saying a lot. But with that being said, I'm going to ask you guys a question. When's the last time you guys think the Lions lost back-to-back games? Anyone?
In the last
2021.
5 years.
Like, let's...
2021.
Last year.
2022.
2022. When we were 1-6. Ever since then, we haven't lost back-to-back. And I have to believe in the bounce-back effect. We have our bye week after this game. That's going to be nice. We should get Terrell Arnold back. Potentially DJ Reed as well. Unfortunately, Branch is suspended for this game. I will say pushing someone isn't nothing you should be doing. But also, then after that, Schuster just literally started beating Branch. So, like, I don't get why he doesn't get fined at least. But regardless of my opinion on that matter, and like I said, think he should have pushed him, but like regardless.
Who shot first is who gets suspended usually. Sorry.
And normally it's the person that follows. Isn't it normally the person that retaliates that gets in trouble? I'm
Well,
just
that's
saying.
during the game, but like after the game, you know what I'm saying? When they're not calling flags, they can review it.
I mean, you mean reviewing? They didn't review crap last game, except for regards to our first touchdown. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna stop.
Sorry.
I'm gonna stop. Regardless, like I said, I think the Lions have a good shot to beat the Bucks. If they don't, they don't. This is a pretty good team, the Bucks, but they're also missing like everyone that isn't named Baker Mayfield on the offense. So hopefully the Lions can pull it off in a shootout. Because once again, I don't think either of these defenses are in the best situation in terms of their injuries. So I think the Bucks are probably a healthier defense than the Lions, but that's not the point. Also, Liam McNeil is going to be back, and that I think for actually this time for real, and that is going to be huge. He was the second best defensive player in 2024 behind Aiden Hutchinson, and he was the guy getting all the pressures and the sacks after Aiden Hutchinson went down. So I'm so excited to see him back. He may not be 100% when he coming back over his first game. Regardless, I think it's a huge addition to the Lions defense, and hopefully they play well.
So unfortunately, I watched the Lions game versus the Chiefs. I saw the Lions cornerback experience, and I don't know what Buck receivers are going to be healthy this week, but whoever it is, they're going to get cooked. They're going to cook this Lions defense. I'm picking the Bucks to win. I'm sorry, Aqua.
That's crazy. You gonna take that?
To be fair, Pine does this every week the Lions lose. Pine will literally pick against Lions every week after they lose. It was with the Bears as well. This is par for the course.
Okay, I just don't think that the absolute embarrassment that they showed last week is going to age very well. Is their guy coming back a corner?
I wish I could say yes, but like I said, I can only assume that they were
what
to
I
learn from the
thought.
film. I mean, our O-line looked absolutely atrocious against the Packers, and then we seem to be pretty good at there ever since that film's gone out. So hopefully, I can trust this team to bounce back. I believe in the Lions bounce back. It's the effect. It's literally the main reason I'm picking them to beat the Bucks. I might pick the Bucks if we would have beaten the Chiefs. To be honest with you.
Okay.
Well, I think as a Bucks fan, I'm going to say this. Our only potentially healthy receiver is going to be Mike Evans. We have all of our receivers out. Bucky Evans is probably still going to be out. Luke Goedeke is still probably not going to be out. So we barely survived against the Texans with our injured O-line. I don't think we're going to survive with the Lions as well. Plus, it's going to be the Lions are just going to be a hungry, angry team, especially Dan Campbell. So we're probably going to get, we might lose by like multiple possessions. So I fully expect to lose by multiple possessions. I think Baker's going to do fine, but it's just, we're just too hurt. We are getting a few corners back, which is good, but I don't think they're able to we won't be able to keep up. It's just simply that.
Mainly another reason why I'm so far behind is because I pick against the Bucks every week. Like I think maybe like twice. I even picked against them versus the Jets for the meme, but I feel like I'm gonna continue this, and this might break Aqua's little stat here, but I'm gonna say the Lions are gonna win this.
Screw. I really should switch, but I'm gonna stand on.
No, this is a very solid one. The lone wolf, to be real with you, the Bucks have a shot at this. Like we're not like there's a reason the Bucks are 5-1, even if other than last week has been a complete heartthrob through every single week in terms of it being close. But regardless, they've won the games for a reason. They're a good team.
The Panthers need this. Join us on the Lions, please.
I hope the Bucks lose, but again, I cannot trust this Lions cornerback room.
And last but certainly not least, our final game for Week 7 of the NFL. We have the Texans, who are 2-3, versus the Seahawks, who are 4-2. And the Seahawks are favorites, not by much, but by a decent margin. Seahawks probably going to get it done. Nothing much to say. I mean, the Texans have looked better. Definitely still a losing team and are probably not going to make the playoffs. So the Seahawks are a good team who are definitely in that division right now. Very interesting to see how that division's going to play out. But yeah, give me the Seahawks. I don't know. I guess the Texans don't have a lot going for them besides they can kind of compete against some teams. I mean, they tried against the Rams. They're a little successful, but they just can't seem to get that finishing ability they had a few years ago, where they're able to kind of actually finish off some close games and get that win. Just don't seem to have that, and they also started out 0-3, so not great for them. Give me the Seahawks here.
Well, it counts. The Seahawks probably should win this game, but what's weird is this spread. Because they give the home team a 3 whole points extra on their side, and they're saying the Texans are half a point worse than the Seahawks, and I think that's ludicrous. And for that reason, Vegas has to know something. So clearly I have to pick the Texans here. Clearly, I don't know what Vegas knows, but like, I'm gonna trust them here for no reason. By all accounts, I don't think the Texans will win. I think this pick might age poorly, but like, why not? Let's take a gamble.
Oh, I'm picking the Seahawks. They beat a very good Jags team last week in pretty dominant fashion, and the Houston Texans have C.J. Stroud. The Seahawks.
I think I gotta take the Texans here. Texans, gotta remember, the Texans currently have the best defense in the league in terms by points allowed. I think Sam Darnold, Jason, they have been looking hot. They have been looking as the best quarterback wide receiver in the league. But I think it's Texans defense is gonna shut them down. It's gonna be like, even if it's like this game could end up like 17-10 for all that matters. So I really think that again, defense can win a lot of games. So I'm taking the Texans here.
So we're 2-2 again. I've been known to go for the Texans. I think they've won 2 in a row, but I'm more confident in the Seahawks here. Even though I want the Texans to win, I have to go with my gut here and go Seahawks because I just think I have the better overall team. And again, it's another. Instead of putting myself into a lose-lose, I'm putting myself into a win-win, I guess. But yeah, as long as Sam Darnold doesn't collapse and throw like a bunch of picks, I feel like they stay in this game no matter what.
And time for our final segment where we rank the 2 bye-week teams this week. How good do we think these 2 teams are? We got the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. 2 teams definitely going into this bye cold. That is for certain. Bills look like the best team in football. Well, they did kind of play a bunch of close games. But regardless, they were undefeated, and now they've lost the last 2 straight. And the Baltimore Ravens, injuries, and honestly, even then, they've kind of been underwhelming even before that, if we're being real. All right, let's start with the Baltimore Ravens. Clearly,
Bottom.
they are getting.
Is anyone protesting that?
They get
Season on the line, guys.
they get Lamar Jackson back after the bye.
Season on the line.
That is something.
But
They're
Lamar
they're
Jackson
1-5.
Lamar
You understand?
doesn't play defense.
You understand? They're gonna convert Lamar to every position, and they're gonna. I'm kidding. I'm done. Yeah, the season's cooked. Like I said, they didn't beat the Lions or the Bills, even with a mostly healthy roster. Even against the Lions, like that roster was like they were down a few guys on the D line. Besides, that was a healthy roster, and they couldn't beat the Lions. And they couldn't beat the Bills. That's like I don't really know what to say on the
Mock
Baltimore
draft.
Ravens. Yeah,
Alright,
I think it's crazy to put the Baltimore Ravens in mock draft because this team has literally had their worst franchise record was 5 wins. That was their worst season on record.
No,
Don't beat it. They'll get 6, guys. Trust.
John Harbaugh
won't.
was known as
Yeah.
like the winner. He was known as like the guy who just racks up wins. Now it's like
Then also owning his
Okay.
brother. That's like his
No,
other
no,
thing.
no, no. What
Yeah.
is all right? Besides that one season in 2012, had they ever done anything in the playoffs? Like, let's be real.
I mean, that's what, yeah, you're not wrong. I don't know.
I mean AFC Championship
So you got-
with Lamar, but yeah.
Have they ever lost in the Super Bowl? Am I forgetting something?
No, they're
No.
2-0 in the Super Bowl when they've gotten
They've
there.
only ever made it with John Harbaugh once because he always like
Yeah.
falls out. when he
Yeah.
gets there.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
he just
Is
doesn't win.
it Lamar that's choking in the playoffs, or is it Harbaugh choking in the playoffs? That's a question that
They
needs the
chose
Ravens.
Flacco too.
So it's a
you
so
know,
it's a question that the
Hey.
Ravens need to ask. And is it time to move on from Harbaugh? And will someone pick up Harbaugh if he gets fired? Is another question entirely. Either way,
back to college.
Hey, you guys don't know how good 2012 Flacco was. 9-0.
to be
9-0.
fair, yeah, Flacco
No
was
interceptions.
balling out. Unfortunately, he's past his prime now on the Bengals, but it is what it is on that. Regardless, we got to talk about the Bills team. I think we've all made our thoughts pretty clear on the Ravens. Everyone had this team going to the Super Bowl and like even winning the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. The preseason, man, that is aged like milk. I mean, we had the Ravens getting into the. Actually, no, we didn't have them going to conference champions game. We had them going into the divisional, losing to the Bills again, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
Anyways, Bills, where are we putting them? I feel like they're still a playoff
I have my
lock.
piece here.
I feel like they gotta still be Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, well, I had them as my Super Bowl favorite when we did the first week video.
Yeah,
Obviously, I
uh-huh.
think that might be a slip. Let's be so dead ass. I'm so sorry, Ripcord, but there's no way they don't make the playoffs. That conference is ass. All right,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Maybe Patriots,
Well,
coming as a
I
wild
don't
card,
know.
but
I feel like
Yeah.
I mean, they probably are a Super Bowl contender, but I feel like momentum-wise, I feel like I can't put them in Super Bowl contender
it's
now.
gotta be green and blue.
Like
Yeah,
they gotta
I
earn, they
guess.
gotta earn it. They gotta earn it. They haven't earned it, unfortunately. It's like
Yeah,
they
I
didn't. They
guess
looked
right now.
so dead going into that Falcons game. I know that they lost like with their D linemen in the preseason warm up. Seriously, what are people doing in preseason warm ups? By the way, the Colts lost 3 players in preseason warm up. Granted, IR and a freaking AR and like a backup, tight end is not the worst thing to lose ever. But they lost Ward at corner.
I did
Dude,
see
these
that. That
guys
was
have no wide
unfortunate.
receivers either, bro.
They really don't, and they also done Curtis Samuel that last game. Like he's not great, but like still, it's like they're losing the thing they
Yeah.
had depth. Like I don't know.
Hey! Don't come from my. He scored a
I-
touchdown against the
yeah.
Patriots.
But regardless, like yeah, I just feel like they haven't earned the Super Bowl contender spot right now. If they at least like they like lose a close game to the Falcons. The Falcons literally own that game from like start to finish. If we're being real.
Yeah, I will say my jaw did drop when I saw the 21-7 score sheet in the third quarter.
And frankly, they should have lost 31 to 14. If we're being real, that Drake Legend not a touchdown because he stepped out of bounds and the half is crazy. Like I said, the Bills objectively from a roster standpoint, also known as Josh Allen and Cooks, should probably be in Super Bowl contenders. But like I said, the momentum's just not there. Anyone have any disagreements right now? Are we content with these rankings?
I'm gonna be crazy. I would advocate for them being mid possible playoff team.
Okay, they're still 4-2.
Possible.
Their division's literally
They
terrible
have
besides the
the
Patriots.
They have the lowest quality wins of any 4-2 team.
Yeah, but it's Josh Allen.
look at
I
their
mean, I know they're not
remaining
4-2, but
But have you seen their defense? Their excuse for a defense.
It's only all right, but like,
their offense
like,
can
But-
dominate
yeah,
a
but
lot
it's
of
Josh
teams, though.
Allen.
To be fair, like
take a look at their remaining schedule
Also-
later. Like,
yeah. Also, let's
pretty
consider the
ass.
fact who in the AFC is going to make it over them. Let's be real here. The AFC is so wide open. The Bills at least have an offense. That's.
I mean, the Bills are still
Aaron
they're
Rodgers.
still the best team. They're still the best team in the AFC. Like they're low-key still better than the Colts. So like,
like we're
I
being
mean,
like they're underperforming right now, but like even still, like they shouldn't be able to sleepwalk into the playoffs whether we like it or not. If we're being real.
The trend
Yeah.
is that whenever James Cook plays bad, they play bad.
I also might argue the Lions, not Lions, but the friggin' Packers. I know they're not gonna got 4-2, but they might as well be there with that tie. Have also like some of the lowest quality wins other than that League One Lions win. It's like they're the only team that's 4. Also, the Steelers' quality of wins are also pretty bad. Like there are other teams.
Well, that's the Steelers' way.
There are other teams that look like they shouldn't. They have like some questionable like in terms of their resume. So like I'm fine putting them in playoff luck because like I said, I don't see how they missed the playoffs even in spite of everything. For being real.
True.
Hot take. I think that there's a lot more wide open this year because like there's a lot of less powerhouses. Like look at record wise, nobody's undefeated. Running out of 1-win teams, you know what I'm saying? And it's only week 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yeah, and one of the two of the one-loss teams are the Colts and Steelers. And the Colts are definitely not a bad team based on the fact they've shown. But like, are we going to really say that they're the juggernaut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. We'll have to wait and see.
When all three of the AFC West teams make the playoffs over the Bills, don't come crawling back to me.
It's very well possible, but at this point, the
What?
Chargers are so injured, and they're not getting a lot of those players back. And
I'm sorry, the Patriots are not. They're not keeping that.
and
lead.
like
I'm
the other
sorry.
thing is like the Pats could do it, but like, are we still
And
gonna
those
seriously?
Saints, they have the lead.
Are we really gonna
Yeah.
bet on the Patriots pulling it off? They're still a young team, so like
Yes.
I trust the Bills to lock in more than I trust the Patriots to lock in. But like either way, it is what it is. We'll see.
The Patriots have a defense.
They do,
Yeah,
and but
this is
like
gonna
the
be a
Bills are
surprise
down
take,
a lot of their
but-
defensive like stars right now. Matt Milano and Oliver aren't back yet, so they're gonna get slightly better on defense. But yeah, the corner room kind of does suck. But hey, there's still a trade deadline, so maybe they'll do something.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, they have a lot of things to address with the trade deadline.
I mean, they're not going to be able to get Tyreek Hill, for example, like that type of player, because A, Tyreek Hill's injured, but like B, no one's going to trade that wide receiver, that good of a wide receiver.
Sorry. The whole Saints roster is available.
You're not wrong, other than Ella Kamara would rather retire than be traded.
What's the first wide receiver they're gonna pick up? Let's just like
Chris Olave, honestly,
Chris
they
Olave.
actually could take Chris Olave, because like,
Well, anyone. I just meant like anyone.
I'm just being, because like Chris Olave,
Wilson?
he's currently injury reserve right now, and I don't know.
Free Garrett Wilson.
Also, the issue with giving them Garrett Wilson is the Jets would rather have Garrett Wilson earn nothing and in their career than give him to the Bills. Let's be real here.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't make much sense at all. I don't know. The NFL is weird. And yeah, that's going to do it for our Week 7 NFL predictions. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to join the Discord down in the description. And also make sure to comment down below your predictions for this week, as we're really interested to see what you guys think, as always. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Bye.
Goodbye.